All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, giving all praises, all glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, and Kakwadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to all you Akim out there preaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth with truth and sincerity in your hearts. All right, and for the love of the gospel. It's the brother Shamar Yah.
Brother Yaquab.
Coming to you from Great Millstone, Gary, Indiana branch, like I said before. And we got Jeremiah 17 right here. Just going to go read through it and got some precepts, man. All right. Speaking to these Israelites out here that, that don't want to get right. The Lord said, we're gonna read what the Lord said. All right, you can go start at one up.
Okay. It's Jeremiah 17 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron
Mm-hmm.
and with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the table of their heart and upon the horns of your altars."
Those altars are a representation of idols. Because back in the days of Jeremiah, they actually used to have altars for different deities or idols. All right, they had different altars for these people, for these false gods. Imaginations, basically. The Lord is actually living power. The Lord lives, but these idols don't. But it says their sin is written with a pen of iron and with the point of a diamond on their hearts, man. Like, you can't take it away. It's permanent. You know what I'm saying? It's etched in. And that's how adamant they were for these idols. They'll pretend that they serve the Lord amongst people, but in secret they will be worshiping idols. You can go to
It says, Jeremiah 17 and 2, "Whilst their children remember their altars and their groves by the green trees upon the high hills."
Mm-hmm.
It says, "O my mountain in the field, I will give thy substance and all thy treasures to the spoil."
To the spoil, man. In the days of Jeremiah, what happened, man? The Babylonians came upon them, and conquered them. But now, prophetically speaking, what happened? Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Deuteronomy 20:68. The transatlantic slave trade. Mm-hmm. Israel suffered the falling away from our heritage. All right, further away from our heritage. So the Lord did give us He gave our substance and treasures to the spoil, man. We were a booty, spoil. Go ahead.
"And thy high places for sin throughout all thy borders."
The high places was those places that they go to worship those idols. Mm-hmm.
It says, actually, if I may, I'll just read down.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah 17 and 4, "And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee."
That it gave thee. The Lord gave us a heritage to follow. Israel chose not to follow it. So the Lord made us fall away from the heritage that He gave us, man. Because of our disobedience. Now the prophets always wanted to do right. Always wanted to do righteously, but we had to suffer as a nation. All right, you understand? So the Lord had us discontinue from our heritage by way of transatlantic slave ships, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna get that in Deuteronomy too. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, "And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not."
See, the Lord is going to cause us to serve our enemies, and that's what we're doing now. Fast forward to the present time, the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans are here serving their enemies, serving their oppressors, man. And now in this time, you got the 2/3 that love doing it. They love serving their oppressors, man. They love being of their father, the devil, man.
They love to have it so.
They love to have it so, man. Go ahead.
It says, "For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever."
And forever, it's not literal forever, but it's a very long time. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's jump to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Because the Lord said what? It said, I shall cause. It said, "And thou even thyself shall discontinue from thy heritage." And this is by way of, because every other captivity that we were in, because there's been many captivities, man. Mm-hmm. Just read the book of Judges. Read the book of Judges, and it'll show you vividly how many captivities we was in. Captivity after captivity after captivity. Jake never learned their lesson, man. Israelites never learned their lesson. They're always worshiping idols. Even there was a captivity in Judges. All right, and then before that, you had the captivity in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And then after they got out of Egypt, what did they do? Worship idols. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when Moses went up to Mount Sinai, they worship idols, man. You know, they made the golden calf. And they got to the land, they was worshiping idols. And fast forward to days of Isaiah, days of Jeremiah, Ezekiel, all the prophets, man, Hosea, they was worshiping idols. So the Lord said, you know what, man?
Right.
Basically, I'm gonna take my name from y'all, so y'all can't call upon me no more. You know, it's like a father, your son keep going to jail time and time again. You bailing him out,
Mm-hmm.
and then the father finally changed his phone number so he can't contact him. So he got to sit in jail. All right. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Mm-hmm.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Okay.
thou shalt see it no more again.
God, the Lord's gonna bring thee into Egypt again with ships. All right. So we came out of Egypt to the land, to promised land on foot, right? But the Lord said we're gonna bring you again to Egypt with ships. So again with ships.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't literally be talking about actually Egypt. It has to mean something else. So you have to go into the word Egypt. All right. So we have the app, the Blue Letter app. Go to the Blue Letter. Turn my airplane mode off. Hope I'll get my phone calls. Deuteronomy 28:68.
I got it here.
Got it.
It might not actually.
It shall bring thee again into Egypt. So we're in Egypt a second time. All right, go ahead.
This is in the Blue Letter.
Mm-hmm.
H 47:14. It goes into the transliteration, Mizraim.
Mm-hmm. Ms. Ryan.
Yeah, Mizraim.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, Egypt, land of the Copts. Go down. It says Egyptians equals double straits.
Double straights, man. Double straights. So we're gonna suffer what we suffered in Egypt. Double fold. All right, twofold.
And it said too. If I may grab it real quick.
Because you got the literal Egypt, and then the Lord said, I'm gonna bring you in Egypt again with ships. That's a prophecy, man. That's a major prophecy. You know, that happened. That actually happened. We were stacked like sardines on slave cargo ships. And it was all Israel, man. It was the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and it was the so-called Native Americans. They were all on them slave ships.
Mm-hmm. You just had different stops essentially.
Different stops and different times,
Yeah.
you know, and then different conquerors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were all Edom, you know, because you got the guy was speaking the interview we was watching before. I sent you on TikTok. He was having an interview. He said the Latin Americans, they went to Greek they went to the Grecians, you know, the Greeks, because it was Latin in Greek, they speak Latin. But then the Spaniards, they called them Hispanic.
Hispanic, yep.
You know, went to Spain. You know what I'm saying? Then the Native Americans was in slave in chains too, because Christopher Columbus. You know, and after they got that land, where did they go? They went to Africa. So we all Israelites was in captivity, man. And the Lord did this purposely because they kept going off. It kept time and time again going off.
Mm-hmm. So, I got a quick one.
Okay, what you got?
Just really the point being what Egypt is. Deuteronomy 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I just did a word search, house of bondage, because essentially that's what Egypt is. He was going to bring us again into what? Captivity, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Deuteronomy 5 and 6, it says, I am the Lord thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
Exactly, from the house of bondage. And we right back in the house of bondage. But the Lord is coming again to bring us back out, man. We can get that precept later. Let's go back to the Deuteronomy 28:68. Read that up from the top.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68 says, And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
So we're going to go a second time into Egypt with ships. So that was the transatlantic slave trade, man. And that Egypt is what? Slavery. Double straits, house of bondage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened. And we're still slaves to this day. You know, we're tributaries. where it's not as harsh punishment as it back then, but nonetheless it's still bondage. We're still underneath this devil's foot.
Mm-hmm.
He gives certain Jake little trinkets. You get 1 million, you get 1 million, you get 1 million. So Drake comfortable in Babylon, man. He says, "Oh, I can do what my oppressor can do. We're equal now. It's equal opportunity for everybody."
Right.
But you're still not serving the Lord. You're still serving these dumb idols. Whether these idols be what? Whether it be money,
Mm-hmm.
the things that money can buy. Whether it be women, whether it be yourself.
Yep.
Because these people idols nowadays is their own belly. They own belly. And then for poor Jake, it's these celebrities. You know,
Instagram for the women.
Instagram, they worship they bodies. And that word worship just means reverence, man. Whatever you're reverencing is more than how about Shemi Shai, you're worshiping it. You know?
It says,
Keep going.
Slakia. It says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Mhm.
thou shalt see it no more again.
Mhm.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
See, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, which is slaves, and no man shall buy you. When you go to the word buy, it means redeem.
Mm-hmm.
So no man is going to redeem you from this house of bondage. All right. And anytime Jake try to come up on his own above Esau, the Lord always shut that down, man. The Lord finds a way to shut it down. Let's go back to that Jeremiah 17. And this is a precept of how we fell away from our heritage, man. All right, and let's get another precept. Let's get the 2 Thessalonians 2. Can I come? Let's follow away first. There it is, 2 and 3.
This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
See, that day, what day is that? The return of the return, all right, of our Lord.
Yep.
So the return of our Lord it can't come unless there was a falling away first. Falling away from what? Israelites falling away from their not knowing that they're Israelites. All right, stripping them of their nationality. All right, that day can't come unless the falling away happens first. And go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Also going into the 70 AD.
70 AD. Yep.
When basically the siege of Jerusalem.
The siege of Jerusalem. Yep.
It
With
says,
Vespasian.
it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
or that is worshipped, so that he as power, Salakia, so that he as God or power sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
God. That's the suppressor word. That's the suppressor that has this devil got his foot on our neck, man. He exalted himself as God. He can he's telling people that you don't have to be this and you don't have to be that. You can change.
Mm-hmm.
You can change yourself. You don't like yourself, you can change yourself. You can alter your body. You know what I'm saying? You can alter the way you think. You can do what you want to do.
Yeah, you can worship who you want to worship.
You can worship who you want to worship. Eat what you want to eat. Drink what you want to drink. And intercourse who you want to intercourse, man. And it doesn't even matter who. It's a thing. They have intercourse with things like animals, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's legal in some states. That's totally backwards, man. But that was just an example of we have to discontinue from our heritage, which back then, it's in the time of Thessalonians, we were under Roman occupation. We was we was in captivity by Rome. But at least Israel knew that they were Israelites. They knew they were Hebrews. They knew about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as their fathers. Now, in this current captivity, our identity is stolen from us, and they gave us another name.
Mm-hmm.
So now we over thinking that we're Ham. Jake got to think that they Ham, man. We all thought we was Ham or Spaniards.
Right.
Yeah,
they still have it today to where so-called Mexicans or hell, just the Northern Kingdom tribes, period, the Spanish-speaking tribes,
mm-hmm.
they look at you some type of way if you don't speak fluent Spanish.
Yeah.
Because they feel as if
that pride, boy.
Yeah, that their pride and their you know what I'm saying, the basically the oppressor beating it in them.
Yep.
Now got them to where they think like, they want to discredit you or disown you.
pride. Ephraim proud as fuck. Right their damn flag.
Yeah, especially the flag and everything that Esau that Esau wants us to go by. You know, they eat it up. You know, like the scriptures say, Ephraim is joined unto idols. Right. So, and Esau, Edom being the accuser of the brethren, and he forwarded the affliction. You know, essentially, man, he puts it, or he makes it hard for Jake to not know their history.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Purposely hides it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Then he creates the curriculum for this nation's learning. He creates the curriculum for them to learn, man. He don't teach Jake how to get ahead or teach Jake how to make money. He teach him how to be loyal slaves, loyal workers in the workforce. That's what high school is about. High school is to teach you the curriculum, teach you his story, his story.
Yeah, his story.
You know, civilization started with the Roman. Man, get the fuck out with the Greeks. Get the hell out of here, man. I think he said Rome. Civilization started with Rome.
Mm-hmm.
Civilization started way before. Civilization was in when the Lord created Eden. That was civilization.
Mm-hmm.
So the Big Bang, he tried to discredit the Lord.
Yeah,
just a liar, man. Come on. Let me jump back to this Jeremiah. Try to purposely hide our history, man, because he really ultimately, it's another lesson for another time, but ultimately he wants that birthright back, man.
Yeah.
He wants that same birthright that he sold to Jacob, which is our forefather. You know, he sold to Jacob for some uncooked meat, half cooked meat. All right, for some venison.
Red pottage.
Red porridge, man. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 7. I'll start back at 4. 17 and 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
That the land that thou knowest not, man. All right, we didn't know these lands. You know, at the time we didn't know these lands. You know, he took us by via ships, and we serving him in the land that we didn't know. Go ahead.
It says, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Can we jump to Psalms 83?
I got one too.
Okay.
83 and 1.
Yep.
This is Psalm 83 and 1. It says, a song or psalm of Asaph.
Mm-hmm.
Keep not thou silence, O power.
Mm-hmm.
Hold not thy peace, and be not still.
Tell him to come deliver us. Baba Kushah, you know. All right.
O power, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Mm-hmm.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
That's right, man. Go ahead.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let them cut them off from being a nation, man. That's them taking our identity and claiming our identity for themselves. Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
See, let the name of Israel be no more remembrance. You know. Go ahead.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
That's right. Brought together. Go ahead.
The tabernacles of Edom.
See, Edom was the first one listed.
Yeah.
And who's next?
And the Ishmaelites.
And them dirty sand rats, man. Them dirty sand rats, man. You got the gutter rats and you got the sand rats. The first one and the second one, man. Go ahead.
It says of Moab.
Then you got the gooks. You know them slit-eyed gooks. Go ahead.
And the Hagarenes.
All right, now let's stop there. But they came together and said, let's cut these people off from being a nation, man. That they'd be no more remembered.
Mm-hmm.
That goes into us falling away from our heritage, man. They was all confederate with each other. You know, Edom being at the top. Let's get back to Jeremiah.
I had a quick pre.
Oh, what you got?
Cause I was just gonna make mention because it said that we were gonna discontinue from our heritage, and that was including us, those that now have woken up to the fact that we're Israelites. You know, but it's all prophecy because it said in Baruch that we were gonna wake up to this knowledge. You know, and it's all through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that we know who we are now, and it's ultimately prophecy coming to pass. This is Baruch. What was it? 4.
Apocrypha.
There might be 2. So like,
Baruch.
Con, this is it.
2:30.
2:30.
Gotcha.
It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me,
Mhm.
because it is a stiff-necked people.
Mhm.
But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves."
In the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. See, and this is what's happening, man. We're following the breadcrumbs back to our identity, and it started in the '60s, man.
Mhm.
You know. Well,
It says, and shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
see, you gotta have ears to hear this, man, and a heart to and a mind to understand. Go ahead.
It says, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
That's how you know we got the name of the Lord. You know, ain't no way like, oh, well, we ain't got the name. And the Lord said we're gonna think upon His name. You know.
It says, in return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord.
See, and yes, we'll remember the ways of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the patriarchs. You know. And all the other righteous men that's written in the scriptures, New and Old Testament, started with Yahweh Shai, you know, the author of our faith. That was it.
I'll just read down.
Mhm.
Finish it out. It says, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised an oath unto their fathers,
Yep.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yep.
And they shall be lords of it.
Mhm.
And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. All right, because like I said, we're of the sands of the sea.
That's right.
You know, and then He's going to increase us, and we're not going to be diminished. We're never going to die again. He's going to give us eternal life. It says, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
That's right.
Why? Because he promised it. He promised it unto us, right? To Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and the generations following after.
You're going to hold up the bargain. You're going to hold up at the end of the bargain.
Uh,
That was it.
yeah, that was it.
Can jump to Jeremiah 17:5.
Jeremiah 17 and verse 5, it says, thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Most High.
See,
the Lord.
them people that serving them idols, man. You know, when they idol fail them, they go run to the heathens for help, man. You know, it's actually in the book of Kings where a king actually went to Egypt for help. You know, the heathens, and the heathen put his ass in jail. You know what I'm saying? And cursed be the man that trusteth in man and make a flesh his arm. Arm is something you protect yourself with. Or you're armed. You know, making flesh his weapon of defense. But we make the Lord our defense. Go ahead.
It says, in whose heart, verse 6, it says, for he shall be like the heath in the desert.
That's right, the heath in the desert, man. You know, dry, more dead. Go ahead.
It says, and shall not see when good cometh,
Mm-hmm.
but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness.
Yep, no water. Go ahead.
In a salt land and not inhabited.
God, you're gonna be in the wilderness, man. Dry, no spirit. Go ahead.
If I make grab in the NLT, it says, Jeremiah 17 and 6 in the NLT, they are like stunted shrubs in the desert with no hope for the future.
Stuntage. I was about to say the heath is a little tumbleweed.
Yeah, the cutscenes in the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
old westerns.
Because you think their hope is something that could perish. It's not.
It's not real.
It's not real. It's not a true living God.
Yeah.
You know, so it's gonna be no hope for them.
So when that God failing, they go run to. They run to the heathens, making flesh their arm. Or they make themselves their arm. Some people trust in themselves, man. You know, their ability. You know, especially them vets.
It says they will live in the barren wilderness in an uninhabited salty land. Damn. So basically, no hope.
No hope.
Where there's no vision.
Yeah, people perish.
People perish.
Go ahead.
It says back in the KJV, Jeremiah 17 and 7, blessed is a man that trusteth in the Lord, in whose hope the Lord is.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you the balance.
Yep.
It says, for he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when he cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit.
See? Hey, the Lord, we care about the Lord, man. We're gonna be that tree planted by the rivers of water. You know, who will forsake that? You know, when you buy water, you buy life. You know, you got trees, you got fishes, then you got animals that come and drink. You know, water is representation of wealth. You know what I'm saying? So it's wealthy to come and serve the Lord. You understand? So Jake was worshiping idols. He punishes as a nation, but this time the Lord gonna come back and deliver those that want to serve him and punish all those who didn't want to serve him. We're not gonna be punished as a nation no more. You understand? We're gonna be that tree planted by the water, but everyone who don't want to serve the Lord, they're gonna be like the tumbleweed in the desert, man. You know, just dry, breathless. You know,
Dry as hell.
you left off on 9.
Yeah.
Jump to
Or
8. Jump to 16, 15.
Okay.
You can close up with this if you ain't got nothing.
Jeremiah 17 and 15.
16, 15.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jeremiah 16.
16, 15.
Jeremiah 16.
Oh, no, 16, 14.
Jeremiah 16 and 14. It says,
because the Lord gonna come and deliver us, man. The Lord gonna come deliver his elect. He said, I've had 7,000 men that should not bow to Egypt to Baal. You know, so the Lord not gonna punish us with the 2/3 no more. The 2/3 is the ones that made flesh their arm and trusting in their idols. But the elect is the ones that's gonna be planted by that tree, you know, by the rivers of water. So, yeah.
It says, Jeremiah 16 and 14, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them.
The land of the north. Now, where is that at, man? Tell me where the land of the north is. That's why it's so important to know that only Babylon is going to be burnt with fire. You know what I'm saying? Only Babylon is going to be burnt with fire, and the 2/3 are going to die here in Babylon by the lake of fire. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to come deliver the 1/3 of Israel out of the north country. So, yeah.
Yep, and then also it said from all the lands where he had driven them, because you have your elect across the four corners of the earth.
Across the four corners of the earth, man.
Like it tells you in Matthew 24 around verse 30. And then it says in that latter verse of 15, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
See, the Lord gonna get his, man. You know, he gonna hunt them like fishers. I mean, I say hunt them like fishers. He gonna turn his elect into hunters, man, and hunt them. Right now we're in the fishing season. That's why we make these videos. That's why we go out on the highways and byways to try to get the elect and use the word of the Lord as bait. You know, all right, we want a certain type of fish. You know, we want the Lord's elect, so we got to use his words as bait. You know, but he's gonna turn those same fishers into hunters, man. You know, that's what I'm saying.
No. I had a quick pre though.
Okay.
This is Amos 9 and 8.
9 and 8.
Straight to the point.
Okay.
It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom.
That's right.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
And that sinful kingdom is Israel, man. You know, now America is a very sinful kingdom in the modern time. Yeah. But at the time the scripture was written, it was Israel, and the Lord is still, the eyes of the Lord are still upon this sinful kingdom, man. Yeah. You know, and He is going to destroy it off the face of the earth.
Yeah, now we could apply it to America.
Yeah.
But really, like you said, it was Israel.
Yeah, but prophetically speaking, it's America. Yeah. Because He's actually going to destroy America off the face of the earth.
Fact.
You know? Israel ain't going to be, Israel was never destroyed off the face of the earth. Come on.
It says, saving, this is the point I wanted, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob.
Which is the 1/3. Which is that 1/3 He's going to deliver out of the north country. And from everywhere else he scattered us. Okay. You keep going to that.
It says, for lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
I will sift, man. All right.
Like as a corn is sifted in a sieve.
That's right, man. He's going to sift. You know, like you sift corn in a sieve, like you sift wheat from chaff from wheat, like you sift diamonds from the dirt. You know.
It says, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
That's right. The Lord's not going to let none of His elect, you know, to get destroyed.
Yeah, he's gonna get. That's why it goes into also the parable of the wheat and the tares.
Wheat and the tares, yeah.
You know, you have the elect being represented as the wheat, and then he's gonna burn up the tares.
That's right.
You know, the wicked of our people, and also the spiritual.
Kind
Uh,
and if
meaning
you
behind it, the chocolate covered.
kind, it's crazy because
Edomites.
when you look at wheat and tare, you know, or wheat and chaff, tare look exactly like wheat, but it's not. You know, but then chaff is the shell, that's the outer shell that's surrounding the seed. You know, so the Lord wants the real, you know, not the shell. You don't want the shell of it, man. You want you to be real, you know.
It says, Amos 9 and 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Exactly, and that's the point. You know, that's the point. You can stop at 11.
John, it says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof.
Close up the breaches thereof, man. Raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. All right, and we fell away, you know. But close up the breaches, man. Close up the gaps, you know. He delivered all of them. He said, "Not the least grain shall fall upon earth." You know, the tabernacle of David was the elect. You know, the elect fell away, but now we're back, man, serving the Lord in the land of our captivity.
It says, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
That's symbolic of men being bricks. You know, men being a building. The Lord's building the third temple, man, the elect. You know. But that was about it. Yeah, you know nothing else?
No.
All right, with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. But again, we give all praises, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. All right, till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.